If you want more credit slash funding clients, watch the entire video and they're going to be high paying. So we're focusing on funding specifically, but if you have a credit repair business as well, I think this will be of interest to you. So this is a resource sheet that I give to my students in the CAP funding community. And basically, I'm big on visualization. And this has helped me as far as just playing with numbers and just being able to look at the variables in order to see the type of income that I would want to get and what type of activity I would do in order to get that, right? So let's go over it and hopefully this is helpful. So on average, we just want to enter an amount as far as what you're funding your clients on average. So when it comes to funding, you know it's going to be certain banks that you want to go to. And as you're experimenting and getting people funded, you're gonna kind of know on like an average range how much you're getting them approved for. So then we go to your payout. Obviously, it's going to be a 10%. If you're not new to the business model, you know how that goes. So let's say on average, our clients in a month are getting anywhere from like 25,000, right? Just to be conservative. We're gonna estimate on the low end because we know we can go to like Chase Bank and get a $50,000 card just right there. But so this client amount funded average, this is for the total amount funded you get for the client. So if that's multiple business credit cards, if that's a personal loan, whatever, the total amount funded. So we're going super low, right? Because I want y'all to really visualize how much money you could make with this. And this is going to be how you are going to make at least 100K this year with business funding, right? So our mission is to help fund $1 billion for small business owners so you help when you're doing this stuff. So then I put number of long form YouTube posted in the month. So I'm big on long form YouTube. This is a form of long form YouTube. There's a thing called the 7 hour rule. And the 7 hour rule says that people need to be exposed to you for at least 7 hours before they make a buying decision. And the best platform, in my opinion, in terms of how y'all are going to continue to get richer as well, is getting on YouTube. So something that's made me a lot of money, I'm encouraging the students in my community to do the exact same thing, right? So my estimate, somebody that's just starting, based off of the the ROI calculator, we're estimating that each YouTube video counts as 100 touches or forms of communication. As you can see right here, communications includes manual outreach. So if you're doing manual reach outs to people, each person is one individual. But it also includes social media posting, like long form YouTube content. So just for the sake of keeping things simple, I said each YouTube video counts as 100 reach outs, right? So the more YouTube videos you post, the more people you're potentially getting in front of. Obviously, there's exceptions. You could post one video and that video could just keep going and going and going. But you want to consistently be useful on YouTube. That's what allows people to know, like, and trust you. It's not just about the views, right? And I need y'all to understand too, when it comes to like the communication and just getting in front of people, the more that you do, the more, the more volume you do, the more money you're going to make. It's just as simple as that. It's always numbers. Business is numbers. If you're new to business, I need you to understand business is numbers. If you have a credit repair business right now, you could literally use a calculator for the same thing and just kind of modify it. Obviously, business funding is slightly different because we're getting a 10% commission, but yeah, keep that in mind. So what we're operating off of is that, like I said, the long form YouTube, one YouTube video counts as 100 communications. I recommend you don't do more than four long form YouTube videos in the week because, in my experience, what I've learned is that the reach of the video can cap out at a certain amount. So if you're posting, I'm not saying you can't post videos every day. I had a whole 30-day thing where I did, but I would say cap it out at like 4 videos a week max. But if you can do 2 to 4 videos a week, that's cool. So based off of that, right? Let's say, because this is based off of the month, let's say we do 2 videos a week. We got 8 videos, right? In a month. Let's say we do 4 videos a week. Now let's double it. Look at how the income changes. So obviously this is just estimated. So now our estimated monthly revenue, if we don't change anything else, it went from 6,000 to 12,000 just because we're adding more value on YouTube. The thing about YouTube too, yeah, you could argue, okay, I could post less videos, but the more videos you post, the more data you're getting. You're looking at, okay, this particular video has this click-through rate. Let me continue focusing on this. This had a 7% click-through rate. My previous video had a 2% click-through rate, right? So now we're getting into more technical stuff, but I'm not trying to confuse anybody. So communications. One YouTube video counts as 100 communications, just for namesake, right? Obviously, you want to do more, right? If you have an email list, you send out an email to 2,000 people, obviously that's more touches. The whole point and what I'm trying to emphasize to my people in my community, and obviously you watching this right now, you need to get on YouTube. You need to be producing long form content that is useful. Going back to my email example, you could have your newsletter. Let's say you email 2,000 people, reference YouTube videos in there. That's useful. The way business is now, YouTube is where you need to nurture people. Long form YouTube, doing valuable, useful videos, right? This is going to be useful for some of y'all because it's going to be good in shifting beliefs and allowing y'all to visualize what you could potentially make based off of what you're doing. Going back to what I said about what you could potentially make, a lot of people, this is just what I've learned from one of my mentors as well. A lot of people underestimate the amount of inputs and the amount of effort you actually need to get the result. You need to change your mindset from how much effort do I need to put in to get the result to how much effort do and time do I need to put in to make success like inevitable, to make the success guaranteed damn near, right? So keep that in mind. Volume, the more volume you do, the more you're gonna make. That's just how it is. And then I'm estimating, we're basically estimating basically based off of the number of communications that you have, 1% of those people are actually gonna book a call. And then out of those people that book a call, just being conservative, 30% of those people are actually qualified and will go with you. And we could talk about trust factor and all it is because business funding is one of those things. It's not necessarily upfront payment based off of this chart that we're using, so it shouldn't be hard to close people. It's more the bigger hurdle is, do they actually qualify for business funding, right? And we're using a small number up here, right? Because 25,000, getting someone funded 25,000, you could do that with one card. But if you're mass applying, you're gonna see how you can really be making some serious cash flow. So estimated monthly revenue. If you just get, right? If you just get just under 5 clients a month and you're only funding them $25,000, you're making 12K a month, right? Like, isn't that crazy? And then the year, you're making $144,000. That's people's salary, right? So I just like putting this resource for my students just to visualize because it's fun. This funding program that I have is a $2,000 program. So when they go through and they play with the numbers, not only does it allow them to visualize, what their potential earnings could be, but it just allows them to know, like, dang, I damn near robbed Michael for the only investing $2,000 into it, right? So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about realistic numbers, right? Because if you have a good credit profile, someone that has like, high 700s, have a beefed up credit profile, they're going for the business funding, the total, you should be able to get them at least 50,000. So let's play with some numbers, right? Let's say 50,000, right? So now we changed to 50,000 on average for the amount funded. Now our payout doubles to $5,000. We're getting $5,000 per client, right? That's why I love this business model because you can make cash flow, right? But I'd say that to say, as you experiment with numbers here and there, it's don't look at it like don't get too caught up in the numbers because you have to put in the work. All right. You have to put in the work. So some of this might be irrelevant too because you may know people word of mouth, referrals and stuff like that. But this is just basically going off of online communication, right? So number of long form YouTube videos posted. Let's say you posted, let's go with 2 a week. So 8. So 2 videos a week only, right? You're just being valuable, valuable, valuable. So 2 videos a week, we get, enough people cooking up. We're reaching out, posting content online on IG as well, maybe short form content. Okay, 800 people saw us collectively, right, in the month. And you booked 8 calls. Maybe 2 of them qualified. You got 2 people, 50,000, basically, right? 2.4 rounds up to like about 12,000. So this is basically your six-figure year, right? Just doing this funding. If you just get two clients, $50,000. Let's go lower. Let's say you get two clients, $40,000, right? So now we still have a six-figure year, right? So I say this to let y'all know, like, just really understand that business funding is very profitable when you have the right system, when you know the right banks you're going to go to, when you know, like, when you have the right system. The right system includes having these useful YouTube videos, right? I'm still eating off of YouTube videos that I've recorded like over a year ago, you know? So I say that to say, hopefully this video was helpful. And if you are interested in, joining our funding community, like I said, it's only a $2,000 investment. And this calculator, this ROI calculator is actually in the funding community. So when you get in, you can go ahead and play with it. And I look forward to, helping you get richer. If you're not ready to go, no harm. Just keep watching the videos and, get to the next level at some point. All right, with that being said, y'all have a blessed one.